I see you, Rangers. Just keep in mind, you're getting weaker the more you fight us, and I'm only the second monster in this game. Stop reminding me. All right, so we definitely have the Solo Strike and this Clawstein Tactics right here for Heckle. I'm going to draw 2 more from Heckle. Dark Energem, which is awesome. Discard your entire hand until the end of battle. You may play Dark Ranger cards from your discard pile, and you may rearrange the order of your discard pile, which is awesome. And then I'm going to draw 1 more for Dark Encore. That might not be a bad thing with Tommy having the Blade Blaster on top. 1, Quantum Trigger. 2, Silver Guardian for defense. 3, Quantum Cut. All right, so it does require some energy here, but we should be able to get some damage-dealing abilities for Eye Guy. And as far as Eye Guy's attacks go, again, we have to defeat all 4 of these in order to be able to do what we got to do. So let's go ahead and Scattered Vision. While this card is in play, each time a ranger deals damage to this card, reduce it by 1. That's great. 2 damage to each ranger twice. We had that already, and I hated it. That actually killed a lot of my rangers, unfortunately. Deal 4 damage to the ranger with the fewest cards in their deck. That would be Tommy, and it's going to happen again. Positive is that there's no fast, but there is this passive right here. So I have to deal 4 damage to this Scattered Visage, whatever it is, before I can start going up against anything else. But it's only 3, 4, 3, 3. It's really not that bad in terms of health that I got to deal with. All right, so I like having this little thingy here. So we do get the first turn, which is awesome. And I'm going to use 1 of our energy in order to play the Quantum Cut. Before rolling, add a number of dice equal to the damage result on your Quantum dice, then re-roll your Quantum dice. So it's a 3 dice attack that I'm doing for 1 energy, which is really standard in a sense, but I get to re-roll the Quantum dice, so hopefully I'll get something good. And then we're going to go after Scattered Visage right there. Again, I need to do 4. Am I going to be able to do that? Well, I guess we're going to find out. Come on, Eric. Put your back into it. Blast them to smithereens. Okay. Well, see, that's all that. I can swap this for 1 of the circle, or the miss, I should say, for my Quantum dice for this. So 3 damage, which is technically 2 damage to the Scattered Visage. Each time a ranger deals damage to this card, reduce it by 1, so it doesn't really matter. So it's doing 2 damage. I do have to re-roll my Quantum dice, which is a 1. All right, so a 1 goes back as a Quantum dice, and I do 2 damage to the Scattered Visage. Not the best thing I wanted to do right now, but at least it's a start. We'll put this into the discard pile. I will draw from Heckle just to see what I can get. Another Dark Encore. All right, well, that's not going to help. This triggers. Doesn't do anything, but it'd be nice to get rid of so I can start fighting Optic Blast. Eric used an energy for Quantum dice. Now he's going to do the Quantum Trigger. Gain an energy equal to the damage result of your Quantum dice, so the energy he uses back into the field. Reroll your Quantum dice. So I'm going to do that. 1, back to that. That's fine. Then I can draw up to 2 cards. So I'm going to draw, first one is Quantum Cut. All right, that's that. Second one, I'm going to just grab another Quantum Trigger. You may then immediately play 1 additional card. All right, let's do it again, shall we? I'm going to do the Quantum Trigger again. So now we have another energy. We're going to re-roll this. Another 1. Okay. Do I want to draw anything else? I really want to get a Solo Strike, so I'm going to try 1 more card. Quantum Defender. After you resolve this attack, deal the damage result of your Quantum dice to each enemy card adjacent to the target. I'm just going to play the Quantum Cut 1 more time. I got the energy. I'll use it. It's a 3 dice attack. I should go against Focus Fire, because Focus Fire will definitely defeat Tommy if it triggers. I just really, really want to get rid of all the other stuff. Now, we're going to do Focus Fire. I'm going to go after Focus Fire. All right, 3 dice, 3 damage. Let's go, Eric. We got that. Jeez, of course, now we got this. What I am going to do, though, is... I have to re-roll the Quantum dice anyway, because before rolling, I had a number of dice that's attack. The result, then I re-roll my Quantum dice. So actually, I would have to re-roll the Quantum dice before I do this roll. So I rolled it, and it's a miss. I need 3 damage for the Focus Fire, so we're just going to swap this. There we go. So now my Quantum dice is still back at a 1, and so that's my Quantum dice, and then 3 damage for the Focus Fire, which is what I need. Perfect. All right, good. Thank you, Eric, for all this weird dice manipulation. So all of this goes into Eric's discard pile. I'm not going to draw anything else. Focus Fire at least is defeated. And then Optic Blast goes. Deals 2 damage to each ranger twice. At least I can play Silver Guardian. Play this card when any ranger suffers damage. Reduce that damage by an amount equal to double your quantum dice. Then I can return 1 card from your discard pile to your hand. I'm going to take the quantum cut back. As much as I wish I had this in my discard pile, I don't. Unfortunately for Tommy, I would do, well, Tommy is just going to go and he is gone. So 2 damage to him eliminates him. That's everything in the deck. Unfortunately, Tommy has now gone kaput. He's gone. I wish I could have done something else, but we'll say this 2 damage went for Eric's first one. So now Eric's going to take another 2 damage. Solo shot, of course, the one thing I'm looking for. And then 2 damage for Heckle. Talon Slash gone, and Talon Slash gone. Oh boy. I'm actually going to activate the Spinosaur here, which is exhaust this card at any time. Any ranger may return up to 3 cards from their discard pile to their hand, and then discard an equal amount of cards from their hand. So for Eric, I have 3 cards going back to his hand, so now I have 5 in total. And I'm going to discard Quantum Cut, Quantum Trigger, and Quantum Defender in that order, leaving Solo Shot and Silver Guardian in my hand. With that said, we'll play the Dark Encore from Heckle. Another ranger may immediately play the top card of their discard pile, and they must place that card in the bottom of their deck instead of discarding it. So the Quantum Cut is going to go. This is, again, going to be a 3-dice attack against Focus Fire, because I think that's just the best way in order to do this. So actually, this is going to be a 2-dice attack, because my Quantum Dice was a 0 beforehand. All right, so that's 1. Now I get to roll these dice. And I'm going to leave it. So my Quantum Dice is still a 1, and I did 3 damage. Focus Fire. Ooh, I beat it. Oh, sweet. Okay, good. I don't think we're going to win this, guys. But hey, you know what? Whatever. We're still having fun. Man, these guys are tough. A lot of monsters going up against. What can I say? All right, cool. But we get 1 turn, and unfortunately, I can't beat Optic Blast, but at least maybe I can get rid of Scattered Visage. And to do that, I do have a Solo Shot, which is a 3-dice attack because of the ability that he has. What is it? You're the only player, location, add 1 dice. So I need to do, what is that, 2 damage to this thing to get rid of it? So that's that. All right, so I got to do 3 damage with 2 dice. I'm sorry, 2 damage with 2 dice, which is all I need. Yeah, okay, cool. So that just barely beats it. Fine. Hooray, that's done. That's finished. Gone. Guy would go here. We do have 1 more attack. I am going to draw from Heckle and get the Spin Cutter. 1 dice, 3-dice attack. After this attack resolves, you may discard the top card of your deck. If you do, return this card to your hand instead of discarding it. Whatever. Let's just play it. Spin Cutter. There's a chance I might get 4 damage out of this to defeat the Optic Blast. It's a low chance, but still, you know, you don't know unless you try. Calling for the help of all my rangers, seeing what we can get. Will we get the 4 damage, or is that going to be the end of this battle? Whoa! Ho! I did it! Heckle! Heckle, you fool, you! You are amazing! Thank you! I don't know why I called him a fool. I'm sorry, he's no fool! He is fantastic. Do I want to put this on top, put it back in my hand instead of discarding it? I'm going to discard it. That's okay. I'm fine. I have a lot of recharging to do right now anyway. But with that said, Guy has been defeated. Wow, amazing. You poked my eye out. Guys, what happened? Oh, I passed out there for a minute. Oh, man, ouch. Which, yes, means we lose another. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I've lost 3 already. And I only just started. I'm only in the 2nd round. But this is a lot of monsters to deal with. Speaking of which, we get our 2nd Zord from this pile, which is Titanus! Yay! Exhaust this card, deal 2 damage to an enemy card of my choice. That is my favorite card ever. Yes! And as much as I really want to, like, do other things, I want to go to Parantis Head and fight him and whatnot, because I have 2 things left, I'm not going to do that. Actually, I will. I will move to Reefside High, but then I'm definitely going to recharge. Yes, of course, Eric and Heckle, because they're the only 2 left. Tommy comes back. He is fully recharged. Heckle is going to get these cards added in, these 6 shields worth, the Talon Strike, Dark Encore, and Spin Cutter. So that's pretty good for him. And I got a solo shot, a quantum cut, and two quantum triggers for Eric going back into his deck. And then, of course, Tommy is fully healed once again, back to full because he got knocked out. Okay, so that is going to end this particular round 2. That was intense. That was insane. We get all of our Zords back. So this is going to pile up really quickly. Let's pop these back up and go check out where the next set of deployments are going to be. I have to defeat Pirantis Head. I have to defeat these 2 monsters and then whatever the next monster that comes out during this round. Man, this is tough. This is really, really tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Definitely a much easier thing to do if you had 4 or 5 Rangers on here, you know, a full game like that, just because you're able to then spread your team out a little bit more to defeat more monsters. But a team of 3 bouncing around, even with the extra actions and everything, man, this is difficult. Keep in mind also for Monster Rush, if you are playing this with 3 to 5 Rangers or 3 to 6 Rangers or whatever, whenever a Zord pops out that doesn't belong to anybody, you assign who it goes to. And assigning certain characters, Zords and everything could play into how monsters react, things along that ways. But also just to kind of, you know, bring us back to everything right here. I wish I could go for some of that pizza right now, the Jungle Karma. We moved from the arcade to Reefside High for the last action. And then I did the recharge as well. So at least we start here. The Tanga that was here flew to the stone quarry. That's why he's there, and that's fine. Consolidate that there. I don't even care about like stuff being panicked at this point. I know at least 1 more monster is going down, the one that you guys most voted for, and then we'll see if the next one of the monster rushes go out. I got 2 more of those to deploy as well. Oh gosh, here we go. Number 1, 2 Tangas to the stone quarry. That's a limit of 7, so by all means, you guys want to just crowd in there, that's fine. And I know that if 2 more go down, then that's still not going to panic because the 3s are replaced by a monster. Speaking of which, is this a 3? Nope, it's a 2, but it is the monster regardless. So, 2 Tangas, and the one that most got voted for are going to the stone quarry, which of course is 3 going down. King Sphinx. Again, all the feathers go together apparently, so King Sphinx himself is going to be right here. I have yet to cover King Sphinx on any of the breakdowns, but because this area is now at its figure limit of 7, he is going to go there. I believe it still counts that if I defeat King Sphinx because he's from the main deck, then all of these guys go away. I'm going to do that. That's how I'm going to play it. If I defeat King Sphinx, then all these guys run away as well, because I'd rather just do that, get rid of him, and then clear out the stone quarry and have more people go in. But yeah, King Sphinx was like the most voted on by you guys. You guys really wanted to see him in action, and quite frankly, I am terrified of him right now. Next, 2 Tangas at Reefside High, right where I am, of course. So many bird monsters. So many. Oh boy. All right, and next we have... Ooh, okay, so going to the shopping mall is not going to be 3 Tyrannodrones. Instead, it's going to be Commander Crawfish, which there's the other one that I believe got the addition to this pile from you guys out there, my Patreon and my YouTube members and everything. A very close run between him and, I forget who it is, but he ended up scooching out of it because you guys had your extra votes, so it's a thing. And apparently he's probably checking out the all-you-can-eat buffets here at the mall. He's by himself, so that's good. If I could defeat Piranha's Head and then do that and then bounce over here and defeat him, then that would be a better plan than going after Sphinx right away. And that'll actually clear that out pretty well too. Plus 2 more Zords. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But the last one are, of course, 2 Tangas at Reefside High, which is where we are. That's going to panic the area, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5 right here. So that's going to get panicked. And then, boop, you go to the arcade. Now I hope that one of these bird brains fly away, because if that's the case, and I only defeat 3 of them, then that'll work out pretty well. Okay, so regardless of anything, we are staying right here at Reefside High. And I think for this round, it is going to be 1 battle, 2 move to the mall, 3 possibly recharge from this battle, 4 fight Commander Crawfish, 5 would be recharging again, and then 6 would be going to the quarry. I think I should be able to beat this because there's only 4. If I defeat everything, then this at least unpanics. Because again, I don't think that defeating this monster will clear out all of the enemies from here. I would actually need to like knock them out one by one because he's part of the Monster Rush deck. That wasn't specified within the rules, but I'm going to work with that. But at least then I can defeat them, go here, defeat him, earn 2 Zords, gain another main Zord if I defeat at least 3 of these guys, and then prep myself to fight King Sphinx next round. The boss is going to come out next round. The last monster is going to come out next round. I have to defeat all the monsters before going up against the boss. This may go up to round 5. Unless I get like super lucky, this is most likely going to be going up to round 5. Anyway, let's go ahead and initiate the battle. So we're fighting Piranha's Head, so we know that this is here. Let's take our 2 dice. Let's roll it for the quantum dice. 0. Okay, that's, you know, you get it, you win some, you lose some. I'm also not, I usually get very lucky with my rolls. This particular battle or this particular run, not so much. But hey, you know what? That's the game, and that's you do what you do, and it's one big puzzle in order to try to defeat everything in front of you. Okay, so with that said, we're going to go ahead and draw definitely 2 from Tommy. Dragon Rush, which is good. Dragon Shield, and we'll draw 1 for Solo Shot. Perfect for Eric. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got a lot for Heckle, but the Dark Energy Gem isn't going to do much at this point. I hate this clandestine tactics is not my favorite thing right now because I want to get rid of all 4 of them here instead of having them do something else. I don't know, whatever. We'll see what Piranha's Head has to attack us with. All right, here we go. This is the Master of Zord Manipulation, if I can remember back from the show and then from me fighting him on my own against at other battles and whatnot. I'm trying to think about 5,000 different things right now, so I apologize for that. Jump Chucks, fast. Deal 4 damage to each ranger and at least one Zord card. If no Zord cards are in play, deal 2 damage to each ranger instead. So there you go. So 4 damage to each ranger with at least 1 Zord. I have 4 Zords in play. I know that at least Heckle has 1, Tommy has 1. So I would say they would each take 1 regardless of anything. So I got to remember who I would assign each Zord to, technically, for Piranha's Head, because you have stuff even like this. Deal 4 damage each to half the rangers in battle, rounded. Increases damage by 1 for each Zord card in play. Oh god, there's 4 in play. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Did you guys pick him because of this ability? Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Zord lockdown. While in play, rangers cannot use Zord abilities. Stop it. Oh, goodness gracious. And then another hijinks attack. Oh, guys, really? Did you do this on purpose? No, you wouldn't do this to me and be totally cruel and whatnot, right? Oh, no. All right. Piercing Screech. Deadly Talons. Jump to the front. 3 damage. And fly away. 1 Tyrannodrone going right up front, which I don't know why that tank is there. Go away. Wicked Spines. Oh, no. This is not good, guys. This is not good at all. So there's a guard here between these 2. There's a guard here between these 2. Guards don't guard guards, but there's a guard here, a guard here, a guard here, and a guard here. And again, guards don't guard guards. We got 1 passive. That's the wrong one. 1 passive, 1 passive, and Chum Chucks would go first. 4 damage to each ranger with at least 1 Zord card. And I'm going to, again, say that at least 1 Zord card has been attached to every ranger. So that's 4 damage to each ranger. So Tommy's going to go first. He's going to play his Dragon Shield. Play this card when any ranger suffered damage to reduce it by 3 next time you perform an attack. Add 1 dice to the attack. That's great. So, and then I can at least, even though I'm using an energy right here, who's going to take that? Heckle. Heckle's taking 1 damage, which is Spin Cutter, and so that's going to his discard pile. Okay. So then Tommy takes 4, which is 1, 2, 3. All right, so that goes on the bottom. And then Eric takes 4. 1, fantastic. 2, 3, and 4. Hiya. Okay, Jump Chucks is gone. Bloop. Done. So now it is the Ranger's turn. Dragon Shield goes down. I am going to draw from Heckle. So Heckle goes into my hand with another Spin Cutter. And Tommy is immediately going to do the Dragon Rush. So it's going to cost 1 energy, which is fine. He then gets this would be a 2-dice attack, but the Dragon Shield adds it, so it's a 3-dice attack, and then he gets another 3-dice attack on top of it. So he's going to use his first 3 to go after, well, it's the hijink attack. So that's really the best thing that he can do right now. So 3-dice attack, and then he gets a second 3-dice attack, which will go up against this hijinks attack. That's the best way that I think that I can do it. I need to get rid of this Zord lockdown right now in order to start doing a little bit more, to try to get rid of some of these guys at the very least. Those hijink attacks literally do 8 damage a piece right now because of all the Zords in play. So 5 damage, please. Oh, God, are you kidding? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I have anything. Nope, I don't have anything at all. So I have to do another 3-dice attack against hijink antics. And there it is again. These would be fantastic rolls if hijink attack had 4 health instead of 5. Oh, man. Whatever. At least I was able to beat it, and that kind of unguards these 2 sides right here. So this is defeated. Boom. Gone. Dragon Rush goes to the discard pile. I will draw from Eric. Probably shouldn't, but I will. Quantum Cut. His Quantum Dice is a 0, by the way. Parantis Head goes. So then it is our turn again. I'm going to play the Dark Encore. Now, it's going to cost me a little bit of energy here in order to do what I want to do, but I spend 1 energy to enable a ranger to play the top card of the discard pile, and they place it on the bottom. So Dragon Rush, I'm going to be able to play. It's going to cost me another energy. It says 2 energy gone. I wish I had the Dragon solo, but that's okay. I'll again get, it'll be a 2-dice and a 3-dice, but that's fine. So that's still 5 dice. I'm going to go after the other hijink attack in order to get that off the field, and then I can start knocking out Zord lockdown, and then I can finally take down some foot soldiers. All right, I did 4 damage before. Can I do something better at least? That was a 2. That had a 2 and a hit to a 0. All right, so that's that. So I need to roll 4. Can I do 4 damage on this, please? Nope, I could do 1. Great, that entire thing only did 2 damage to this 1 card, and that's really whatever. Gone. How many cards does Eric have in his deck? He has 3. I'm not going to do that. Or maybe I should. There's not really much damage going on from here. So, you know what? Fine. We'll draw from Eric. Quantum Trigger. Damage equal to the result of your Quantum Dice, which is 0 right now. That is terrible. This is a passive. This doesn't mean anything, so this will just kind of go. Spin that back. Guard. You know what? Let's have Eric go next. We'll have him do the solo shot. So that is a 3-dice attack because he is I'm the only player with somebody. 3-dice attack against the hijink attack. Eric, please finish this thing off or else we are in a lot of trouble. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know what? I'm taking... yes, all right, yes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to swap my Quantum Dice because it's still 3 damage. It's all I needed. So I don't mind this being a miss. So now his Quantum Dice is at least a 1. Thank you. That's fine by me. I like it. Good. Gone and gone and gone. All right, so Zord lockdown. That went. This was our turn right here. Parantis Head goes there. I'm not going to draw. Do I want to draw another card? I should draw a Tommy just so he has another card in my hand. Hey, the Dagger solo. That would have been great at the beginning of the battle. Now it's Parantis Head would go, and we go again. I need to destroy that Zord lockdown like now. So the Quantum Cut's going to have to go. It's 1 energy. I only have 2 energy left, 1 on Eric and 1 on Heckle. So it's an adding dice equal to the damage of my Quantum Dice. It's a 3-dice attack, and then I re-roll, the Quantum Dice. So before rolling, add this, then roll. So I do 3 dice, and then I re-roll the Quantum Dice. All right, so it's 2 dice. Quantum Dice adds 1. I re-roll the Quantum Dice back to a 1. That's fine. We're rolling these 3 for the attack. Wow, that was a 2. That was a 2, by the way, just by the way it was flipped. I can't even swap this out because I need to defeat that Zord lockdown, which is what I was targeting. It's not guarded by anything, so I definitely can do it. I can beat Chumchucks as well, but I need to kill that Zord lockdown. So I'm keeping that as a Quantum Dice and doing 4 damage to Zord lockdown. I have to do that because this needs to go away, and I need to start using my Zords again because I have a ton of things that I can do that I can't do because I have Zords in my hand. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do, in all honesty, is I'm going to activate Titanus now that I have the ability to. So Titanus deals 2 damage to an enemy card of your choice. before the Deadly Talons even triggers, I'm going to get rid of it because I want to just have the extra turns in order to do what I need to do. So I got you. I got to remember to put you on the board a little bit later. Then I'll grab the Spinozord, do that as well. I'm going to take 3 cards from Eric's discard pile, 2 solo shots, and the Quantum Trigger. I add that to his hand, and then I got to discard 3 cards, which is actually going to be the solo shot that I took, Quantum Trigger, and the Silver Guardian, because I need to be able to put some energy back into the pool. Now the Tengas go, and it is our turn once again. These are finished, so those I can't use for right now. I will immediately use the Quantum Trigger, gain energy equal to the hit results in the Quantum Dice. Reroll your Quantum Dice, so we at least gain 1 energy back into the pool because we need it, because we're running low. Reroll 1, so that goes back. I'm not going to draw a card from Eric, but I will go ahead and play the solo shot, which will do 3 dice worth of damage to a card of my choice. I'm going to go after the Piercing Screech because the 3 dice should do 3 damage, and then hopefully beat it from there. All right, 3 dice, 3 damage, which is... Okay, here's what I'm doing. First things first, we're going to go ahead and Quantum Dice this out. So this is now swapped out. So we'll say that this is a 2. We'll make this a 1. There we go. So that's my Quantum Dice because I swapped it out with one of the reds that was a 2. I did 3 damage to Piercing Screech, which is exactly what I needed to do. That is defeated. Now, I'm going to go ahead and activate the White Falcon Ninja Zord. The exhaust this card after it resolves a card with an energy cost of 0, which was solo shot. That ranger may immediately play the card again and discard the top card of their thing. That's fine. So now I'm going to take these 3 dice instead of going after Fly Away, which is fine. I should do that, but I'm not going to. We're going to go after Chum Chucks. We're going to go after Chum Chucks with a 3 dice attack. 1, 2, swapping this, 4. That defeats Piranha's Head, 4 damage, and I still have a 1 hit for my Quantum Dice. Yes, a lot just happened right there, but I needed to be able to do these things in order to have a chance of winning. So there we go. That's good. These go to the discard pile. I will draw from Tommy. Dragon Rush, fantastic. I do have, I have energy now, which is awesome. And these are the ones that I have to worry about going forward. These Tanga Warriors go like that. And remember, even though I defeated Piranha's Head, we don't get the Zord until the end. But, however, I can take the 2 other minions or foot soldiers that I defeated, put them here. If I defeat 1 more foot soldier by the end of this, we'll gain 2 Zords from the main pile right here. It is our turn, and I think I can do it, because I'm going to spend this immediately for a Dragon Rush. The Dragon Rush will give me a 2 dice attack and then a 3 dice attack. These are separate attacks, so if I use 2 dice and defeat this, then I'll have a 3 dice attack for Fly Away, which would be fantastic, but if not, then at least that's a thing, and we should be all right with it. All right, 2 dice, 2 damage, please. Okay, awesome. So that's that. So now, that's defeated. Tommy would take 3 damage, but I'll do that after all of this is finished. We're now going to go after Fly Away. I'll have 3 dice to go up against that, which I do not defeat it. That was a single hit. I only did 2 damage to it. I don't have anything to block it, but that's fine. 1, 2, Dragon Shield goes to the bottom. That's fine. Dragon Rush is defeated. We did do this, so that's good. You're off the field. It doesn't matter. And you literally fly away out of Reefside to the arcade, which honestly is fine because that means that there's nothing left here. We have defeated Piranha's Head. Dried up. And it unpanics the area. And because we defeated this Tyrannodrome, we gain another Zord. Guys, this is tough. This is so much tougher than I thought it was going to be. Holy jeez. We actually gained a Zord from both of the piles, because Piranha's Head will pull from here, and then that last Tyrannozord gave me, Tyrannodrome, whatever it is, gave me the level 3 here. I gotta defeat King Sphinx in order for this to go up again. But first, our main Zord happens to be, thank God, there's the Quantosaurus. Oh, you would have been so much more helpful. You roll 2 dice, it's basically the Quantum Dice, but you can use those dice for anybody, for any ranger, and that would have been way, 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 way more helpful. As far as this over here, we have the Plesiozord. So as you can probably guess, I took the only dino charge here. I took a Time Force Ranger one as well, so we'll have to see what that is. Exhaust this card. When any ranger plays a card, place that card on top of their deck instead of discarding it. Another ranger may then draw up to 2 cards from the bottom of the deck. After any ranger plays a card, so you play the card activates, it goes on top of their deck, and then another ranger can draw up to 2 cards from the bottom of their deck. That's great because if they take damage, they know what the bottom cards are, and they can add them to their hand. That is awesome. So ideally, the way that I'm going to end this round is we're going to do a triple recharge right here. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's going to heal for 12 shields. We'll then move to the shopping mall and we will fight Crawfish, Commander Crawfish, because he's the only creature there. With 12 shields added in, we should be able to beat him, pulling the next card from here, giving us even another Zord to help us out. We got 3 amazing Zords right here that should help as well. That's the plan. That's what we're going with. Because everybody recharge. Eric doesn't get that anymore. They do get their power back, their energy, whatever you want to call it. 12 shields worth of cards for Tommy. Immediately go back in. Because remember, it's 6/6. Everyone would ideally recharge for 6. So 1, 2, 3. Everyone recharges twice, 12 shields apiece. I'm 1 short of a shield for Eric. There's the Quantum Defender, which is in his discard pile, which is a 3 shield, but I don't want that going back. I'd rather have all of this stuff going back because they are way more helpful for him than the Quantum Defender would be. You know what? I'm going to take it back. I'm only going to do 2 recharges because I need 1, 2 to give them at health. Heckle has 3 cards in his discard pile, which is nowhere near, I mean, it's 6 for one of them, but I don't really need anything else. I'm going to save this last one for the end. We're still going to move, and we're still going to fight Crawfish, but I still have 1, action that I can do probably at the end of it to maybe do a good recharge or something like that. Back at the mall we are to check out the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet, which you know is probably terrible for you. Come on, boys, let's go. Get the butter and crack some claws. Oh, geez. So this is my hand that I have so far. So the Dragon Solo is absolutely amazing because that's going to reduce everything. Don't really want to use that right now because I think I can beat Commander Crawfish without needing it. And I can wait until I fight King Sphinx. The Dark Energem is really cool. Discard your entire hand, which is everything for Heckle. Until the end of this battle, you may play Dark Ranger cards from your discard pile, and you may rearrange the order of your discard pile, which I assume I can do at any time I want, so anything I really feel like can be on top. If anything, let's just start going stuff. Quantum Trigger, that's going to gain some energy. We got a Focus Strike, all right, so that's pretty good. Gonna draw one from Tommy. Dragon Rush, awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so that's 7. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. That should be, we got plenty of attacks here. We got things that we can do. All right. And then we also got some great Zords in order to be able to use. I know I didn't roll the Quantum dice yet, but I'm going to do that in a moment. Let's go ahead and put down Commander Crayfish here. I call him Crawfish, whatever. The Crawfish. Great, fast. Crayfish Commandos deal 2 damage. Increase this damage for 1 for each foot soldier in this location. Oh, sweet. So that's just straight 2 damage. That's easy. Here's another one. I don't know why I moved it to the front, but that's okay. Guard, deal 4 damage with the Shellfish Slasher and a... Wow, that's it? That's all we have? What else does this guy have? Claw Crusher, Deformed Power Sword, Claw Crusher. Okay, well, it looks like we got some pretty... Actually, his weakest cards out of all this. Now, the downfall for this is that he is going to get that first turn, unfortunately, because, what is it? We can't hit... We lose this turn. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 turns to defeat 4 cards. That's actually a very big... we can do it. I think we can do it. Before anything else, let's go ahead and roll for the Quantum dice. Beautiful. That's 2. And because we're here, why don't we go ahead and just trigger the Quantum Sorceress. I'm going to leave him right here because we don't have any other experience to go up with it. And we're just going to take these 2 dice. We're going to roll them, a 0 and a 1, and they're going to go right here. Now, like the Quantum dice for Eric, which swaps out with his cards, the Quantum Saurus will be able to swap out with any Ranger card. So if I do the Dragon Rush with the Quantum Saurus here, he'll be able to at least know we're getting 1 damage. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Well, we know that we're taking 2 damage, 2 whole damage from the Crayfish Commando, so we'll have Tommy just take that 2, and perfect Dragon Dagger, no harm, no foul. It is now our turn. I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Quantum Trigger, gain energy equal to the amount of damage results on your Quantum die, so that's 2. Reroll your Quantum die, so we gain the 2, and I'm going to reroll it. Oh, yes! Yes, it's back to 2. Fantastic. I can draw up the 2 cards. I'm just going to draw 1, see what we got. Silver Guardian, sure, why not? I can use that for the next Crayfish command. But then I'm allowed to play 1 more attack, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Focus Strike, which is a 2-dice attack. And then after rolling, I can convert 1 miss to a single hit or 1 hit to a double hit. And I'm going after the first Shellfish Slasher. It's a 3 health guard card, and I think I should be able to beat it. Okay, so here's the first thing that we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take... So we're going to convert this to 1 hit from a miss to a 1 hit. I can do one or the other. So I'm taking a 1 hit and making it that, and then we're going to take this and swap it out with the Quantum dice. So now we have 3 damage, which is exactly what we need in order to defeat that card. I wish I could have had something a little bit better, but this is going to be fine for right now. Okay, so this is defeated. That's fine. These go to his discard pile. I will draw another one for Tommy. Dragon Shield. You know what? The Crawfish commanders are going to go next. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Dragon Shield right now. So it would be Commander Crayfish's turn. He's going to go 2 damage. I'm going to spend the 1 energy and reduce it by 3. So no matter what, it's fine. And then the next thing that Tommy does is going to gain 1 dice. So this is going to be what I use for the Dragon Shield. And then these are actual tokens that Paul made in addition. He used them, the old ones used to just say power up to remind you that you had, where is it? Right over here. That you had something coming up that, you know, you'd be able to gain extra. But now he made actual Zordon heads that show you what it is that you have. I don't know where my dice one is. It's somewhere here, but it has a symbol with, oh, here it is, a symbol with the dice on it. So he has a +1 dice, plus card draw, plus shield, and plus damage. So I would actually have this plus dice here for Tommy's next attack, but it's the Ranger's turn, and I'm going to take that attack right now. Actually, before we do that, I have played the Dragon Shield, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Plesio Zord, which is one of our extra Zords from the second Zord pile. Exhaust this card after any Ranger plays a card. So this was played. Place that card on top of their deck instead of discarding it. So guess what? Now I have a 3 shield defense on the top of Tommy's deck. Another Ranger may then draw up the 2 cards from the bottom of their deck. We're going to have Eric draw the first bottom card, which is a Quantum Trigger. Do I want the second bottom card? No, I'm not going to leave it. So he really didn't need it. I just really wanted to put that card on top of Tommy's deck and use the Plesio Zord before the end of this round. But now we're going to go ahead and play the Dragon Rush. We'll use another energy from the shared pool, so there's 1 left. So Tommy would get 2 dice, 3 dice attack, so he does 1 3-dice attack, and then a second 3-dice attack. The first 3-dice attack is going to go after this Shellfish Slasher right here. Just the FYI, this is our turn. So the first 3-dice attack is going to go here, and then the second 3 dice is just going to be the first Crayfish commando. So it's really like trying to now knock things down as fast as we can, because we have 1, 2, 3 turns to send this guy back to the bottom where he feeds. All right, so again, first attack is a 3-dice attack. We're going after the Crawfish Slasher Suite. So, okay, so beautiful. So that defeats it. The Crawfish Slasher is now officially defeated. We get a second 2-dice attack, which we can do on a different target. So we're going to go to the first Crayfish Commando. Again, this is going to be 3 dice because it's normally 2, plus 1 because of Tommy's Loner ability. And with this, we're going to go ahead and go to the Quantum Saurus and swap out that 1 hit that's there. Well, unfortunately, that miss is going to go back on top of the Quantum Saurus. But regardless of anything, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 damage right there to defeat Crayfish Commando. And that is how it's done and how it's supposed to be done. Yay! Fantastic! You can go to the discard pile. Whoops, got a little knocked over there. And I'll draw 1 from Heckle just out of curiosity. The Spinal Blade. We haven't gotten this one yet. Ignore guard keyword when choosing target for this attack. While this is in your discard pile, reduce its energy cost by 1. Oh, that's cool. So this was 2 from the discard pile instead of just 3 from my hand. That's cool. I think we're actually going to use Heckle's special ability right here, and that would be Dark Pride. When you would play a card from your hand, you may play the top card of your discard pile instead. If you do, you must discard the top card of your deck. So the top card in Heckle's discard pile is Dark Encore, which enables another ranger to play the top card of their deck. So that means Dragon Rush is going to get played from Tommy's discard pile, and it's going to go back into his deck too, which is awesome, and then go to the bottom of his deck. Now I wish I had the Plesiosaur for somebody else, I guess. So Dark Encore is going to be used. The top card of Heckle's deck then has to go to his discard pile, which is that Foot Soldier card. That's fine. He has 2 cards left in his deck. Now he needs to recharge, and it costs 2 energy, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll use one on Tommy, and then we'll be, I think we'll be all right. It's a 2 dice attack, and then a 3 dice attack to hit a 4 health card. Sadly, I don't really have any help from Quantosaurus on this one because both of his dice are 0, but, oh, that's great. Okay, good. Obviously, we're going to keep that roll for obvious reasons, and now we get a 3 dice attack, and we need to do 1 damage. Come on. Yes, finally turning it around. So, I mean, technically, if you really wanted to be stickler about it, that would have went, and then this was the turn right here that I ended up doing all of that stuff. Dragon Rush is going to the bottom of Tommy's deck, which is great. We have defeated Crayfish Commando card, and Commander Crawfish has been eliminated. Away you go. All right, that's 3 of the Boss Rush monsters down, 1 more to go, plus King Sphinx, which was from the main deck. So unfortunately, Tommy does not have an energy right here. There was nothing to absorb. We used it all, but that's okay. I feel like then when we go up against King Sphinx, we'll be a little bit better position because I can use the Dragon solo and we'll be all right away. However, now that we've defeated Crawfish Commando, we can go right here and get Time Flyer 1. Exhaust this card during any ranger turn in battle. Instead of playing a card, any ranger may discard 1 attack card to perform an attack with 4 dice. It doesn't cost anything. It's a special thing, so you can't really do it in response to something, but you discard an attack card, so it's a card with the word attack on it, and I can do an attack with 4 dice. That is nuts. We needed an offensive sword, especially going into a full battle. Now, this is technically the end of the round. We have finished up here. I am going to use my last movement right here and actually move to the stone canyon, the stone quarry, where King Sphinx is with all of the Tangas. There's a ton of Tangas there. And this way, at the beginning of the next round, that's going to be the first thing I do. I'm going to beat him and then get a Zord from here. That'll go up to 4. Be nice to try to maybe get some more stuff in order to get more Zords, but we haven't had many foot soldiers to fight. But at least with this one, we know we're going to get the Megazord that's here, because as soon as I beat this last monster, who is also going to come out next turn, we're going to automatically get this. So regardless of anything, when we fight the boss, we'll definitely have at least 1 Megazord and a lot of regular Zords. So with that said, again, this is going to be the end of the round. We're going to go ahead and flip these back over. Also, remember, King Sphinx is going to give us our 7th action token in solo mode, so that's going to be awesome. What do we got? We got Time Flyer, we got Tiger Zord, Quantosaurus, Plesiosaur, Falcon, Spinosaur, and my favorite, Titanus. You guys stink with the Piranha's head. It's like you guys knew for a fact that I was going to have a ton of Zords for this particular run, so you're like, hey, let's have the monster that controls Zords and does damage based on the number of Zords. That was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would have been 11 damage if he came out right here. Jeez. But we beat him. That's all that matters. So, all right, back to the big board. So many things with wings in this spot. Jeez, it's King Sphinx, all the Tango. That's crazy, but there's also a very crowded spot right here as well. All 7 figures, plus, you know, the 6 minions, the boss, or the monster, I should say, and then the 3 of us are right here. So this is definitely the right idea to start this area here. I'm probably going to do a recharge beforehand anyway, because Heckle is going to need it. I really don't want to lose any more lives at this point, but let's also see where the rest of the things fall here. I'm actually now glad that round 1 had such a few amount of enemies that spawned on the board, because if we get to round 5, which we may end up doing that, then we know that it's not going to get overcrowded too quickly. Okay, here we go. And just a thing also for anyone out there that's wondering, you can have an unlimited amount of rounds to this game. It's just every time you do finish your deployment, you shuffle those cards that you deployed and you put them underneath the deployment deck here. So you're just going to constantly be going through this deck over and over and over again until you win or lose. That's really it. There's no actual end game for being decked out anywhere. All right, resized hide gets 2 Tyrannodrones. And unless something actually shows up here, we probably, well, I mean, honestly, it really all depends on where the monsters show up. Where the boss goes, where the last monster goes, will determine where we end up going in the long run. All right, here we go. 2 more to the stone quarry, which doesn't matter because that's full. So with all that being full, we're going to go over here and they're going to jump into the shopping mall. What a difference that is. Stone quarry, shopping mall? Sure, why not? That seems like the same thing to me. I guess these guys aren't really that intelligent, so, you know, you never know. And, okay, so, first off, here's our last triple deployment. With that said, our last monster from the Monster Rush boss is... Monster Rush deck from the Monster Rush deck is the Pudgy Pig, which actually surprised me. I did not think that you guys wanted to see this guy out of all of them, because I had like a lot of the base ones, Bones, Nasty Knight, Pudgy Pig. I forgot Madam Woe, unfortunately, but... I'm really surprised you guys wanted Pudgy Pig, but I do not have, it's the new card in his deck, the Ravenous Hunger, I think it is, or I'm Hungry, whatever one is not the original, it's the errata is in his deck. So, Pudgy Pig and our boss going to Reefside High, they're both going to go there, Goldar, the ultimate monster of monsters. Of course he would be my final boss here for this game. Giant pig and giant golden monkey winged craziness. More wings, always more wings. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and put the panic token here. So we need to finish this, defeat King Sphinx, get rid of all of these guys. And I'm 100% sure, at least I'm going to play it that way, that if I beat King Sphinx, then all of these guys go away at the end of the battle, any ones I don't defeat. So that'll become unpanicked. We could then whoosh right over here to the Reefside High and take these guys down one at a time. If we need to go to round 5, that's fine. I'll have no issues doing that, but we won't be leaving Reefside High once we beat King Sphinx. All right, we got 2 more to flip down anyway. 1 Tyrannodrone in the arcade, and I'm just going to make this quick as well. 2 Tyrannodrones in the shopping mall, technically. So 1 is in the arcade from the 1, and then the 2 would go to... come on, they were stuck together. 2 would go to the Stone Quarry, but then they would go to the shopping mall, which also panics, unfortunately. So kind of even more of a reason why I need to do this. I need to clear this out to at least have a nice open space for more guys to go to. I'm not going to bother with this shopping mall, even though I might, I don't know, I'll think about it. Probably not, though. Clear that out, and then get over here and finish, because I have to defeat Pudgy Pig and King Sphinx before I fight Goldar. All right, so with that said and done, as much as I want Tommy to have an energy, he's not going to get one, but I am just going to use one of these right now to recharge Eric and Heckle. Heckle needs to get some stuff back into his deck, so he needs these 6 shields. Eric, because he has them available. Which is pretty much, I'm just going to throw the Quantum Defender and the Focus Strike back into his deck. They're 2 3-shield cards, that's fine. I wouldn't mind grabbing the Focus Strike, but at the very least, you know, this is a good defense for him. We have Dark Encore, Talon Slash, and Spine Cutter all going into Heckle's deck. That's fine. I think we'll be all right with that.